Hello everyone and welcome back to KORR Monsters. We are here in Atlanta, Georgia for the start of the 2008 season. Our field of trucks features Ward Clayton and Buster, David Langford making the move over to Comedic Gaskets, Trip Cassidy in the brand new Cottonmouth, Todd Yates and Doggone Crazy, Guy Neal in Flashover, Nico Brock and Grim Fate, our reigning freestyle champion Mark Moody in a brand new truck Haas CNC. Rookie driver Jim Baxter taking over Howler. Our reigning racing champion Harper Ray and Linux Defender. Randall Boone in Rat Trap 3 celebrating 20 years. Jack Schroeder in Try Me. And then rounding out our field, Henry Gibbons in Youngblood. Now first up for the show here tonight, we're going into racing. 4 trucks getting the bye run into round 2. Those are going to be Linux Defender, Howler, Doggone Crazy, and Rat Trap 3. But before we get to see them in action, we have to go through round 1 of racing, which is going to feature Flashover going up against Haas CNC, Youngblood going up against Try Me, Buster going up against Comedic Gaskets, and then rounding out round 1 of racing, we're going to have Cottonmouth going up against Grim Fate. Now first up to the line, Flashover and Haas CNC. Good start from both trucks. Flashover kept it tight in the turn, a little bit of a push there on the exit of it. Into the second turn. Haas keeping it tight, Flashover a little wide. Right now it's looking like it's all Haas CNC, a multiple truck length lead. Coming to the finish line here. And it's going to be Haas CNC picking up the win. Flashover made a charge at the end there, not quite enough to get the win. So now we have a Youngblood and Try Me pulling up to the line. Try Me nailed that light. Youngblood a little slower on it. Coming around the first time. Looks like Youngblood might be ahead by just a little bit. Tight turns from both trucks. But it's going to be Try Me with the lead now by about a truck and a half coming to the finish line. At the line, it's going to be Youngblood getting the win, making the pass in the last turn on Try Me. As now we have Buster and Comedic Gaskets pulling up to the line. Good start from both trucks. Buster a little bit of a wheelie going over that hump in the middle. Comedic Gaskets really wide in that first turn. Big lead for Buster going into the second turn. Comedic Gaskets slowly closing the gap, but going into last turn needs to make a huge gain here. And he's not going to. It's going to be Buster picking up the win over Comedic Gaskets here in round number 1. Now we go to our last race in round number 1, the brand new chassis under Cottonmouth. That's Rat Trap number 5, going up against Grim Fate. Coming around the first time, Cottonmouth already big lead. Going around the second turn. And it's still Cottonmouth, but Grim Fate holding in there. Going around the last turn. Good turns from both trucks, but Cottonmouth just way faster than Grim Fate. It'll be Cottonmouth picking up the win going into round number 2. So now we take a look at our bracket for round number 2. It'll be our reigning champions going up against each other. Linux Defender and Haas CNC. Then it'll be Howler going up against Youngblood. Doggone Crazy going up against Buster. And then Rat Trap 3 going up against Cottonmouth. First race up. Battle of the reigning champions. Linux Defender and Haas CNC. Linux nails the light. Haas sleeping on it. Coming around the line this first time. Linux Defender about truck and a half lead. Second time by the line. Leads about the same. And coming to the line, it's going to be all Linux Defender with a relatively easy win over Haas CNC there. But now we move on to our next race. It's going to be Howler going up against Youngblood. Jim Baxter, rookie driver in Howler, sleeps on the line a little bit. But Jim, the younger brother of two-time freestyle champion Opal Baxter and the youngest son of Huxley Baxter from moving violation, finally making his debut here, just 18 years old. And he's holding in tough there with Youngblood. Coming to the final turn. At the line, though, it's going to be close. It's going to be Youngblood just barely picking up the win over Jim Baxter and Howler. But now we have our first battle of the teammates here, Doggone Crazy and Buster. Doggone Crazy, great start. Buster sleeping on it a little bit. Doggone Crazy almost went up the car stack. Not the way you're supposed to go the first time around here. Over the line the second time, Doggone Crazy about a truck length advantage over Buster. Coming to the finish line, it's going to be all Doggone Crazy by about a truck and a half over his teammate Buster. So now last race of this round, another battle of teammates, Rat Trap 3 with that 20th anniversary livery, and Cottonmouth with that brand new Rat Trap 5 chassis underneath it. Coming around this first time, close at the line. Of course, both these drivers former racing champions as well. Coming around to the last turn. And it's going to be Trip Cassidy and Cottonmouth picking up the racing win over his Boston Rat Trap. And we take a look at our semifinal matchups. It's going to be Linux Defender going up against Youngblood and Doggone Crazy going up against Cottonmouth. Pulling up to the line, Linux Defender and Youngblood. Waiting on that green, and away they go. Linux nails the light once again. Coming around the first turn, and Linux Defender has a massive lead. Going across the line again, Youngblood's made up some ground, but not enough. Last turn, and it's going to be all Linux Defender moving into the finals once again over Youngblood. Now last race here in the semifinals, Doggone Crazy and Cottonmouth. Great start from both trucks. Cottonmouth really wide in that first turn. To be Doggone Crazy with the lead. Looks like Cottonmouth had a little bit of an issue with that roller. Second time across the line, close. It's all going to come down to this last turn. Doggone Crazy keeps it tight. Cottonmouth goes wide. It's going to be Doggone Crazy with the upset win over Cottonmouth. I don't think anyone had that happening on their bingo card. But now we go into the finals. It's going to be Linux Defender and Doggone Crazy. Waiting for that green light, and away they go. Coming around this first time, looks pretty close, but it looks like it's going to be Linux with maybe a half wheel advantage. Second time around, Doggone Crazy with the advantage over our racing champion. Much better turn though from Linux. It's going to be Linux Defender picking up the racing win here in Atlanta, Georgia to kick off the 2008 season. As we now move on to freestyle, we'll be starting off with Flashover, then going into Howler, Buster, Comedic Gaskets, Grim Fate, Rat Trap 3, Cottonmouth, Youngblood, Doggone Crazy, Linux Defender, Try Me, and then we'll be ending off with our reigning freestyle champion, Mark Moody and Haas CNC. Now first up, Guy Neal bringing out Flashover. Always one to put on a show. Hasn't quite done enough to get his first career win yet, as he goes dead vertical on that stack of cars and gets stuck. When you hit something like that, you really need the forward momentum to carry you over like that. Much better skywheelie that time. Otherwise, you'll end up getting hung up on it like Guy just did. Gonna go for a slap wheelie here. Gonna get a pretty good one. Launches it over that roller in the middle of the track. Going right after that, Bustak gets tripped up by a hard landing on the nose. Looking for that next hit, get some good air off the red lane. A little bit of a slap wheelie once again. Going into some donuts here. Just a couple rotations though. 23 seconds left in the run. Good run to get us started off so far. Only real negative to the run was this first hit. Great air off that car. Time for one more hit, maybe if the judges decide to count it. Get some good air on the blue lane. Tiny little bit of a slap wheelie carried out. But he's going to keep on going, get some more donuts here. Just another couple of rotations. And he's going to park it up on the Bustak. It's going to be a 21 for Guy Neal and Flashover to get us started. As next up, Jim Baxter making his freestyle debut here on KORR Monsters. Starting us off, great jump into a slap wheelie. Now some more good air off that red lane. Now this is not the first time Jim has driven a monster truck. He's driven moving violation a couple of times, but he was never old enough to compete here on KORR Monsters. Great sky wheel. He parks it on the back bumper. Gotta be 18 to drive here in KORR Monsters, and he finally turned to 18 over the offseason, so now he gets his turn here in Howler. Put up a good showing in racing, didn't win, but had a very close race. And so far, putting on a pretty good freestyle run for a rookie. 30 seconds left in the run. Right after that, Bustak gets tripped up by a little bit, but not as bad as what we saw at a Flashover. Searching around for that next hit. Another great sky wheelie on that red lane. Looks like the truck shut off on him. Now this is something new we're doing for this year. The timer's pausing when these trucks get shut off. It's not going to restart till he makes his next hit. You can see now the timer restarts as he gets into trouble on that green Bustak, but he's going to recover it. Now getting some donuts here to end the time. Judges are going to count all these donuts. Around and around he goes. He's finally going to shut it off. It's going to be a 22 for Jim Baxter and Howler to take the lead. Next up, Ward Clayton bringing out Buster. Starting us off. Good hit on that car. A little bit of a slap wheelie. And he's going to combo it up with the green Bustak. Gets into trouble immediately. But he's going to recover it. Great save there from Ward. Now get some good air off that yellow car. Looking for that next hit. Looks like he's going to go after the red Bustak. Just touches the bus. Of course, Ward, a member of Team Try Me, known for their aggressive cross thread, so we'll have to wait and see when that comes. Great air off the back of the blue lane. And looks like he's going to go for a cross thread here. Tripped up hard. Truck's going to stay together though. Going for another cross thread on the other Bustak. Not going to recover this one. Up and over he's going to go. He's going to try to save it, but ends up on his lid. It's going to be a 17 for Ward Clayton and Buster. As now David Langford brings out Comedic Gaskets. Been driving Howler the last couple of years. Both Damon Newton stepping away this year. The seat was open, and Cometic said, we want David. So now David Langford, the new driver of Cometic Gaskets. Great air off that yellow car. And more great air off the blue lane. And up for that bus stack, gonna get tripped up by hard landing on the nose, but is gonna recover. Now get some more good air off that green bus stack. Getting some more donuts right at the entrance to the track. 40 seconds left in the run. Great sky wheelie off that red lane. Clock's ticking down. He's going to get some great air over the green bus stack. Rough landing, however. Time for just a couple more hits. He's going to launch it off the blue lane. Five seconds left on the clock. Time for one more hit. He's going to cross-thread the green bus stack. Huge air. What a way to end the run. It looks like he broke a 4-link bar. He's going to keep on going. Ooh, hard landing on that roller in the middle and up and over. He's going to go. Gonna save it? No. Up on his lid he goes. It's gonna be a 24 for David Langford and Cometic Gaskets to take the lead. As now we have Nico Brock bringing out Grim Fate. Starting us off good air on the blue lane. And now we have a camper out on the floor. You know he's gonna go through that at some point. Nico, of course, also a member of Team Try Me. Also known for doing, I'm just going to say, some of the dumber cross threads we've seen, they normally work out for him. But a lot of times they don't. Already a good run here from him. Good air, good momentum. About halfway through the run here, lining up for that red bus, launches it. Huge air, hard landing. It looks like he's going to take his turn with that camper. Oh, the truck shuts off on him. I don't think he was shut off by the officials. They're saying they didn't. That's probably going to make him mad. Launches it off the blue lane to restart the time. I feel like we're about to see a very big crash out of this truck. Oh, gets into trouble. Great air from Nico there. 15 seconds left on the clock. Launches it into a cross thread over the bus stack. What has he got for us now? Last hit of the scored run. Another cross thread on the bus stack. Oh, hard landing on the back of the truck. Looks like he just ripped the rear end out almost. No, he did. Still going. Another cross thread on the bus stack. Up and over. He's going to go. He's going to try to save it. And he is, and the truck's going to erupt into a fireball. It's going to be a 25 for Nico Brock and Grim Fate in that junked truck that's on fire. But next up, it's going to be Randall Boone and Rat Trap 3. Starting us off with a big hit on that roller. Got some more good air off that red lane into a slap wheelie. Now, obviously, as you can tell by the body, 20th anniversary for Team Rat Trap. Throwback to the original truck with the paint scheme. And as announced in the pit party, this is going to be Randall Boone's last year driving. So he's going to make the best of it. He's going to try and get another racing win, he said he wants. But we'll have to see how that goes. He's only got a couple of shows lined up for this year. So we get some Rat Trap Cyclones here. Oh, gets into a little bit of trouble facing the wall at the end. Coming up in the last 30 seconds of this run. Oh, tripped up hard by the bus stack. I am surprised that didn't break anything in the front end with how hard he hit. And now he hits a container on the other end of the track. Oh, tripped up by the other bus stack. Gets into trouble up on two wheels. He's going to save it. What a save from Randall Boone. He's going to go for one last hit here in the scored run. Great sky wheelie over the blue lane. I don't see that taking the lead, but a good run from Randall Boone nonetheless. Dead vertical sky wheelie on the red lane. It looks like the truck's going to shut off. It's going to be a 23 from Randall Boone in Rat Trap. So now we have his teammate Trip Cassidy bringing out Cottonmouth, the brand new Rat Trap 5 chassis. Much different design to this chassis than the other Rat Trap chassis. As we saw in racing, it was pretty fast. Had a little bit of an issue in the semi-final against Doggone Crazy. But so far from what Tripp said, he's really liking how this truck lands. And a brand new power plant in there. Much more power, revs a lot higher as well. Hopefully we'll get to hear that. Ooh, hard landing there on the roller in the middle. Looks like he's going to go after the camper here. Right through what was left of it. 30 seconds left in the run. Great run so far from Trip Cassidy and Cottonmouth. He's going to combo up. The bus stacks, gets into trouble. Up onto two wheels, up onto the nose. He's going to save it. What a save from Trip Cassidy and Cottonmouth. Now he's going to cross thread the green stack. Time for one more hit here. He's going to go into donuts. Will this truck Cyclone like the old chassis? Yes, it will. It'll even hike up the insides like the old chassis. What a run from Trip Cassidy. Great air off that blue lane. Gets into trouble up onto two wheels once again. Up and over. He's going to go and saves it once again. Truck's going to shut off on him. It's going to be a 27 for Trip Cassidy and Cottonmouth to take the lead. As now we have Henry Gibbons bringing out Youngblood. And we have another camper now on the blue lane. Looks like he's going to start us off with the red lane. Got a good hit on it. Not that vertical of a sky wheelie, however. Going for a slap wheelie off the yellow car. He's going to get a good one. And up now for that red bus stack. The top's been beat down quite a bit, so people aren't getting tripped up as bad as they were earlier in freestyle. Good set of donuts here on the other side of the floor. Not a lot of trucks have done donuts over there. That's some beautiful air over that green stack. I don't think he touched anything other than the ramps. Is he going to go for that camper? No, he's going to go for a cross thread on the red bus stack. Ton of drivers doing cross threads here tonight. Back to the red lane. 25 seconds left in the run. I will say we've definitely seen better from Henry Gibbons. Looks like he's going to go for the camper. And he's going to go right over it. Barely touched it on his way up. But great air there to end the run between that and the bus stack he just hit. I don't know if that's going to be enough to take the lead as he's going to cross thread the green bus stack up and over. He's going to go, but he's going to save it. He's going to get a 25 from the judges, so not enough to take the lead. As now we have Todd Yates bringing out Doggone Crazy. Made it all the way to the racing final before losing to our reigning racing champion. Oh, right after that green bus stack clears it by quite a bit. That camper's still out there, almost untouched on the blue lane. He's got his sights set on it. Lanes it hard on the right front. Breaks the 4-link. Might have broke the steering as well. No, looks like it's working. Todd gonna keep on going. Up and over. He's gonna go on the bus stack. Is that gonna land on all four? Yes, it is. Clock is paused. And he gets the truck refired. Then right back to work on that red bus stack. And again, going cross thread over the red stack. Combos it up with the green, gets tripped up, lands it hard on the front again. 30 seconds left in the run. Todd Yates giving the judges everything they could possibly want. Up and over, he's gonna go onto his roof and back onto all four once again. Oh, gets into trouble. Up and over, he's going to go on the side of the track. It's going to be a 29 for Doggone Crazy. Could not save it that time. 1 point left at the top. Just a couple of trucks left to go. So now we have Harper Ray bringing out Linux Defender. Your reigning racing champion and just one racing here tonight. Starting us off good air on that red lane. Go for a slap wheelie here, and he's not gonna get it. That truck lands way too good for a slap wheelie with that little elevation. Clears that red bus stack, however. Looks like he's gonna take his turn trying to hit that camper. And he's going to get it on the way down, but it's still standing. Halfway through the run. The momentum's great. And he's hit, I think, everything out there on the floors. Now we get some more donuts. But this run's definitely missing the wow factor we just had out of Doggone Crazy. As we get some monster air there. Asking, they will deliver. Oh, he's not missing it this time. Right through the camper. Oh, up and over he's gonna go. We've seen this all last year. He wins racing. He goes over early in freestyle. It's gonna be a 23 for Harper Ray and the Linux Defender. So now Jack Schroeder and Try Me comes out, second to last truck. Oh, he's gonna go right through that camper that was just put out. Made it about 7 seconds into the freestyle run. A huge air off the green bus stack. It looks like he broke a 4-link already. Jack Schroeder is out here driving pissed off. Apparently not happy with that round one loss in racing. Going back to the bus stack once again, gets tripped up a little bit. Combos it up and over. He's not going to go. He's going to save it. Crazy run so far here from Jack. More huge air off that blue lane. What's he going to go for now? Cross thread on the green lane. Huge air up and over. He's going to go. Truck's going to shut off. It's going to land back on all four wheels. Jack Schroeder and Try Me making his teammates sweat in the hot seat. Last hit of the run here. Oh, he's going to get caught by the bus. Looks like it wrapped around his wheel. Luckily, that was the last hit of the run. It's going to be a 30 from the judges. Even with the wet fart of an ending, he's going to take the lead with a perfect score. Now we have Mark Moody and that brand new Haas CNC truck coming out. All he can do is tie for the win. Let's see if he can do it. So far, great start to the run. I don't think he's hit anything straight yet. He's like 5 hits in, and everything's been a cross thread so far. There we go, he finally hit something straight. Launches it off that red lane. Ooh, twists in the air, hard landing on the right side, and he's gonna save it. Now more huge air off that blue lane, gets into trouble, up and over. Is he gonna save it? No, he's not. Up on his lid with 27 seconds left. It's gonna be a 17 for Mark Moody and Haas CNC. So that makes Jack Schroeder and Try Me your freestyle winner here in Atlanta, Georgia, over his teammate Todd Yates and Doggone Crazy. Then there's Trip Cassidy in third, and Cottonmouth with that 27. Then Grim Fate and Youngblood with a 25. Comedic Gaskets with a 24. Rat Trap and Linex Defender with a 23. Howler with a 22. Flashover with a 21. And then Buster and Haas CNC with a 17. Not the results they were looking for to start the season. But as always, let us know down below in the comments what you thought of this show. And also be sure to follow us on Instagram to keep up to date with everything going on behind the scenes. And we'll see you next week in Orlando, Florida for the second event of the 2008 season. But until then, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.